The sea monster charged. He spotted a rope and cut it fast. He spots a pole jutting from the building. As the monsters begin to climb, he pulls it free and drives it into the sea monster. Bota smiled as the sea monster fell. It slammed into a building. Teon seized the weapon and drove it deep into the beast's flesh. He stabbed without mercy, again and again, until the pole cracked in half. The monster sank its teeth deep into Teon's flesh. Bota stood in silence, devastated. Teon's fading breath was filled with memories of Bota's laughter, Lita's warm embrace, until even those began to slip away. Teon was afraid of losing them. Terrified he couldn't protect what he loved, Teon let his sword fall, seized the explosive, and in a burst of searing light, he and the sea monster were swallowed by the blast. Teon wept as Bota watched his beloved father fall, taken by the monstrous creature's merciless grip. Bota searched for Lita and his father. He found Lita, crying in corner. She pointed at the water. Bota looked and saw his father's body, lifeless and drifting. He was ready to rescue his father, but Lita suddenly stepped in. In that moment, he looked to her like a sea monster, but it was all just a nightmare. He opened his eyes to find Lita, sleeping peacefully beside him, safe and sound. Memories of happier times, when they were all together, gently returned. He hugged Lita tightly. Bota searched their boat for anything useful, but Lita wasn't in the mood for talk or company. She began to cry. He gently pulled her close, whispering comfort until her sobs faded into silence. They began salvaging what little they had left, but Lita's stomach growled. But she shook her head when asked, insisting she wasn't hungry. But her stomach can't deny it. Bota prepared to catch some fish. He looked around, and the box tipped over, spilling out at 3 forks. He froze, remembering Teon's words. If you don't need it, you'll need it eventually. He improvised, reshaping it into a crude harpoon. Bota hesitated to swim, eyes locked on the water, churning waves haunted by the sea monster. But Lita stopped him. They spotted a crab scuttling along the concrete. Later that evening, it was the only catch of the day, their dinner. He pushed his share toward Lita, said, "I'm not hungry." After Bota gave up his share, she responded to him with a soft, grateful smile. One of the sweetest he'd seen in days, but he was hungry too. The rain hadn't been enough, but sunlight might be. Then he remembered how his father taught him on how to make clean drinking water. He filled a cup of water, covered it up with bottle, and placed it under the sun. They set out 4 bottles, each with a cup inside. Hours passed, and then moisture began to drip. Bota and Lita leaned in, eyes wide. They sipped the first drops and gasped. It wasn't salty, it was clean and drinkable. They jumped, laughed, clutched each other's arms. Against all odds, they had water. Then they began exploring the building. Their steps is cautious. Upstairs on the 2nd floor, they found a door, aged in time, cautiously opening it. Both Bota and Lita are shocked to see dead people's bones, crawling with critters and worms. After that, they began salvaging anything that could be useful. They find a can full of fuel, a box with explosives on it. He saw what that explosive can do. He asks himself if he could fight a monster that big just like his father did. Bota takes a glance at the dead people, afraid they could end up like them. They need to survive there no matter what. He was using that sword to protect Lita. Then, out of curiosity, he clicked a small mechanism on the sword. It released a high-pressure gas. Then he flew straight, crashing into beam of the building. Then Lita asked Bota to come with her, a door that led to the basement. Bota bravely entered to it and explored out of curiosity. It's dark and cold. At any moment monster could jump on him. He was shocked to see a fish, a shoal of fish swimming around in basement. He was happy that he and Lita had food now. Out of enjoyment, he jumped into the water with no hesitations. He caught the big one using its crude harpoon. He was hoping they could keep living there. Then, he saw something shining in dark water. He took a closer look and touched it. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. A nest of sea monster. Suddenly, it cracked, one by one.
Thank you for watching. Follow for more.